Okay, guys and girls, I'm going to shoot a quick video of this 1972 International Scout. I'm going to say it has a decent paint job. It does have some dings and dents in it. Whoever built this, it's very interesting, and I've had dozens of Scouts, and I will say it is very strange. There's only a little bit of rust on this thing, but if you look at the seams, it's incredibly, this thing is in incredible shape. I'm not saying it's perfect, nothing's perfect, but I mean, from everything I've seen, this thing is crazy, ridiculous clean. You know, in my world, we talk about, you know, what we would consider something that you could fix up and be worth keeping, and this is probably maybe one of the nicest Scout bodies I've seen in person. Anyways, you can see the wheel lips and everything. The only rust I can find is on the driver's side rocker. So either somebody did a crazy job restoring this body, or this was one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest body I've ever seen. Like I said, you can see either way, whether they restored it and made it this nice, but I don't know. The only thing I can figure with this rocker is that they didn't seal the paint as well and prep it as well, because this rocker is the only thing, and I doubt it's going to come to that, but I may end up addressing that and just having them color match the rocker. The reason I'm probably not going to address it is because if somebody wants to have a paintless guy do some of these dings, you know, there's some dings in the hood. You know, if somebody wants to make this thing perfect, it's absolutely worth making perfect, that's for sure. Now, the twist of this Scout is, and I've never had one, never. By the way, it's a 72. So if you live in California and you want that 73 and older stuff, here you go, it's a 72. But here's the kicker. It's on a 99 Durango chassis. This is the best driving, stopping Scout I've ever had. We all know, if you've had Scouts, I don't care who you are, they don't stop the greatest. They're not very powerful. This has the Overdrive transmission. It has... So here's what needs to be done to this Scout if you want to make it perfect. Somebody put some really nice seat covers, or had an upholstery shop put seat covers on it. It got wet. I do not have a top for it. I'm getting ready to order a brand new top. You need to get a better steering wheel. It actually has the tilt column and column shifter, which I also think is kind of cool because it's an automatic on the column and has a bench seat, which is kind of neat if you got kids and stuff. The headlights work off the switch. The one thing, the four-wheel drive works off the Durango. He has the Durango gauge cluster sitting there, okay? I'm not sure I'm going to address that or not. What I do with my LS swap stuff is I buy the OBD2 plug-in thing, and I plug in the OBD2, and that's what I use for my speedometer and temperature and stuff. So I may eliminate that off the floor, and you know, because other than speedometer and temperature and volts is my main thing. I mean, oil pressure, you know, by the time something starts knocking, you're screwed anyways. So the reality of that is it's not my biggest concern. But like I said, somebody did a nice job on this Scout, redoing it. And like I said, I don't even know how to describe you know, it drives. The brake booster's making a little bit of a noise, like a little vacuum noise when you depress the brakes and that, but it still stops better than any Scout I've ever had. Like I said, fuel injected, 318, Overdrive transmission. Anything you buy, suspension, motor, transmission, anything you buy like that, you buy for a 98 Durango, which they keep almost everything. You can get that stuff, is readily available still. So other than that rocker rust, I don't see any other rust, and I don't see any. I'm not a body guy, but I'm just telling, other than some dings, I don't see like any filler in the wheel lips or nothing like that. Like I said, it's very weird, the rust on that rocker. And the only thing like I said, maybe they didn't seal it as well. Maybe when they were doing the body work, something got in there and corrupted it. Either way, what a fun, like I said, I've actually been driving it the last 2 days, and it is a blast to drive. And I love Scouts. My wife used to have, my youngest son's 20, my oldest is 31. My wife used to drive him to school in Scouts back before they were a fashion statement. You know, we've had dozens of Scouts over the years, but I've always had the 345 automatic or stick, stock suspension, lifted some of them, but never anything. I've had all kinds of Crown Vic swap F100s and, you know, C10 swaps on modern chassis. I've had all that. I've never had a Scout on a different chassis, and it is super cool and fun to drive. But there you go, 72 Scout, fuel injected 318 Overdrive.